Market update here on the 8th. So Tesla, just real quick on Tesla. To me, this is like distribution. And I had a disagreement with somebody yesterday. They were saying it's accumulation. But the reason I think it's distribution is because if this move was finished right here, we would have seen an impulse move right here. We got a very corrective move. So that means I still think until we pass 252, it's a short. And you're looking at potentially something up here to 248 to 250. And then we're still looking for this. So I think it's distribution right here. There may like people that own a lot of shares. I'm not an expert on that area, but they own a lot of shares. You can see spike, sell down, spike, sell down, spike, sell down. Like that's pretty much what's going on this stock. But I do think that there is another move higher. And I think we're still potentially in this. And this would be, at this point, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of like that. So today, I don't think very much is going to happen now. We have about 3 hours left. They're probably just going to kill all the options. But next week, we're probably going to spike up here to this trend line one more time. As long as it doesn't break 252.74, then I think it's a second wave. And then I'd be looking for that move down to like 210 to 215. So, and there's kind of like a head and shoulders going on here too on higher time frames. So, not really a bullish setup. Let's go over alt because a lot of people are asking about alt. So, this completed a third wave or a C wave. It's hard to say which one. So you have this right here, big pullback here, and then you get 5 waves up here, and it hit the 1.61 fib. So let me see here. I think I'm on the regular chart, on the log chart. No, that's not right. Hold on. It must be the regular chart. Yeah, we hit a little bit past the 1.61 fib. So at 860. And so as long as it stays above 588, then it's still a fourth wave here. So 1, 2, 3, potentially 4. 5, I'd be targeting up here at $10. And let's zoom in here though and look at it on lower time frames. I think there's a chance that this is ABC as well. If it's ABC, then you're looking for something to cross in here to 588. This right here looks like it's probably ABC with a short C wave, and we're currently in a B wave. This right here hit exactly on the parallel line right here, so this is probably the A wave right here. And then we're currently in a B wave. I would expect this to probably play out the rest of the day, at least the next couple of hours. And I'm expecting it to at least come down here to probably 685 to 670, potentially down here again to 660 to 636. But this took about 3 hours, so I would expect something about 3 hours long, so that's about an hour and 50 minutes from now, to come down in this area. And I actually have some orders down here at 683. I have a little bit at 690, something like that. And if we come down here, hit it, bounce, I'll probably sell real quick and then wait for another move down. But basically, this can probably go up to 810. Not necessarily, but the 1.61 fib is right around there, and there's a supply zone up there. So we're potentially looking at something like this. This is not looking impulsive to me, so this is probably going to play out like, let's see, like that, and then you'd probably get a move down. That move down could potentially go all the way down to 492. So that's the 1.61 fib. I don't know if it will, because if it goes to 810, that's pretty close to the top. So I'd probably be looking at, let's say on Monday it goes to 810. Then you're probably looking at something just down here to like in the 5s, maybe right below 6. And then again, on these corrective moves, kind of hard to say if that's the end of it or not. It could just keep on chopping down. Could be a B wave, could be a fourth wave. Basically, if it gets below 588, it's probably going to go to this gap here at 521. And that would be where I think the C wave would end, right, a little bit past that. So, yeah, it's just kind of one of those stocks where it's probably going to go up here and fill this gap here at 1050 at some point. But you do have a demand zone here, right where I said the 1.61 fib is at 492. So you got to watch out for that. But I think short term, you're probably going to get some more upside. So there's a short term gap fill and the 1.61 fib right here at 492. That would invalidate a five wave move, but it also could mean you're looking at this. So I'm ready for anything. I think that that's actually pretty likely. It doesn't look like a fourth wave to me for how far it went down. That doesn't look like a fourth wave to me. We'll see. I would just be accumulating and then selling rips, accumulating, selling rips over and over on this stock. And maybe having a core position if you think it's going to go up here to 10 bucks. I've just been trading over the last couple of days and I haven't made a lot because I haven't had big positions, but I'm pretty confident that you're probably going to see a little bit higher here before another sell-off. QQQ. I think QQQ finished an A wave. The reason I think it's an A wave is because the length of this was 12 days. This has only been like 4 days. So I'm kind of expecting something like this. Maybe into the 12th, that's Tuesday, and then into the end of the week, something up here next week. And then I'm expecting after that to finally get a big move down. Maybe even down here to 378, like that. So I think that it's probably topped out, but we might get an expanded flat up here to like 396. It could even go up to, they could even do a 400 touch too at some point. It kind of just depends on what the other stocks do, but this is A, this is B. Let's just see where the 1.61 fib is. It's right around 399, so you could look for an expanded flat potentially, 387, and then up here expanded flat, and then a sell-off hard. That's possible over the next probably 2 weeks, I would say. But right now, I'm just looking for chop and down to this demand zone right here. On the 4-hour time frame, you got a demand zone starting at 387. I have SQQQ. I bought at 392.50. I'll probably sell at 387 if we hit it. Other than that, I'm just holding. If it goes up, I'll just add more. AFRM, I think, is probably in a C wave here. I'm in puts, but I'm just averaging into them again. So I'm looking for 37 again, probably around the same time that QQQ hits its low, so maybe the next couple of days. And it could go lower than that too. It's just way overextended. Let's see, PayPal, just chopping around. The dollar. The dollar is up again. Again, the minimum target is 104.91, potentially all the way up here to 105.60. So the dollar is probably going to get stronger, but maybe kind of stay flat over the next like week or so. And what other stocks was I asked about? Oh yeah, Hood. So I sold this stock a long time ago. I sold way too early. I wasn't expecting it to go straight to my target right now, and it has basically. I was saying 13 to 15. We're at 11.50. I sold right in here because it looked like a fifth wave, and it just kept on going. So yeah, pretty crazy move. I would say, I mean, it's way overextended now, but this is not going to work. I would just look for this daily supply zone right here at 12.16 potentially. It could have topped out before that, but there's a daily supply zone there. I don't think it's going to get through that, but the top of this move is at 13.71. So maybe they just finished this move right now. That would just mean that we finished the ABC move, and that would actually not be that good for it because then it'd be ready to go down and make a new low, or it could do a B wave. So something like that. So 12.16 is the start of a daily supply zone. I think that's pretty much it. SOFI isn't doing much. It actually looks pretty bearish to me. It had a chance to start going up higher, and then it just sold off again. So you can see here, and then it boom, straight down. So that looks pretty bearish to me. That actually looks like it could be like an ABC move or a second wave right here. If it is a second wave, you're looking at a third wave down here to 750. So we'll see how that plays out. It could still be probably pretty unlikely, but it could still be that higher. But again, it's probably topped out here at 845. It didn't make it to the weekly supply zone. So I'll leave it at that for now. Let me know in the comments if you have any other stocks you want me to look at. Maybe I'll do a video later. I'm going to take off a little bit early, but yeah, let me know if there's anything else you want me to look at. I don't think off the top of my head I have any other stocks that I'm really watching. Tech, I'm just going to wait for a correction, and then I'll start doing it more in depth, see if it's a good buy. And that's pretty much it. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe, more updates, and I will catch you in the next video.